Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. New World Interactive have formally announced that Insurgency Sandstorm will be releasing to consoles, both Xbox and PlayStation, August 25th, 2020. So, to all of the console people that are out there, congratulations, you now have probably your first tactical shooter in probably a decade or so that's really gonna help scratch that tactical itch, and for all the PC players, this is great. This means that pretty soon, mod support and other sorts of content that we've been waiting for a while will probably start making its way back to the top of the dev list. Now, going into discussion about why you should purchase the game on console, well, honestly, if you own a PC, you should already have the game. The game runs much better than it did at launch, and although there can be arguments made as far as the content drip and as far as the number of players that are averaging daily for the game, there's no denying that the co-op and checkpoint aspect of the game is still super satisfying and can be enjoyed as a solo person or with just a small group of friends. If I had to guess, I would imagine that the game's going to launch around similar price as the PC version, although there might be a slight upcharge due to the fact that it's going to console, and so there'll probably be physical copies of the game, not to mention the distribution fees and stuff like that, yada yada yada. So it's possible we're looking at around a $30 price range, which is what the PC version launched at. So moving on from the discussion about pricing and stuff like that, let's kind of talk about what sort of player count we can expect on the console side of things. This is where I'm kind of at a loss because I don't really play on console to begin with, nor do I frequently communicate with people who are members of the console community. So it's really hard for me to get any sort of estimate as far as how many players are craving this sort of title at this point in time. That being said, because this is the first tactical shooter that consoles are going to have seen in like a decade or so, I would imagine that as word of mouth kind of spreads around, I would imagine that a lot of people end up picking up the game, if for no other reason than just to try it out and see what it's like to play something that's quote-unquote hardcore and quote-unquote realistic. Because obviously console players don't have access to a game like Arma, they don't have access to a game like Escape from Tarkov, and they don't have access to a game like Squad. So Insurgency is going to be pretty much the first of its kind to come to console in a very long time. Going on as far as the actual player numbers go, I think that we can expect pretty much the same thing as we have on the PC side right now. PC right now sits at an average of 14,000 all-time peak with an average daily player count of 1,500 to 2,000 players at its height. So, including free weekends and other sorts of marketing strategies, there is a possibility to see the player count grow temporarily for the game, but considering that the game is primarily PvE oriented and doesn't have any sort of progression system built in, it's highly unlikely that there's going to be a stalwart community of grinding, hardcore PvE co-op players. More than likely, you'll have a very, very select small number of players who really love the game and just play it on the daily, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Insurgency is still a fantastic game. Regardless of the state that people had it when the game first launched, Insurgency Sandstorm has come miles and miles along in terms of optimization and in terms of the overall feel of the game. The game definitely feels like its predecessor, Insurgency 2014, in a lot of ways, but with the addition of bigger maps, fire support / kill streak type of team play mechanics, and also limited vehicle usage. The gunplay is still raw, audio design is still out of this world, and I think most players are going to really enjoy the gritty suppression effects and blood and screams that come with the game. Now, for me personally, again, I really don't have much more to comment on the game because I already own the game on PC and I don't even own a console, so I'm personally not going to be purchasing the game for console. But this is just a video to let you guys know that for the console people that I have that watch the channel, you got your Insurgency coming soon. And for the PC players who still hop on Insurgency every once in a blue moon, soon there will probably be a much bigger focus on the PC version of the game since the console version will be released and complete. And that's really all I really have. It's just a small little update as far as me reacting to the news of the console release. If you're checking out the video right now, make sure you follow me on Twitch and Twitter. That way you guys can catch me on the stream. I've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike, getting ready for Project A that's going to be releasing soon. And I hope to see you guys there. Make sure you rest well, recharge, and enjoy peace of mind. Peace.